Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we got this nice brand new Honda EU 6500 watt inverter. Customer bought it, stored it for a year and a half, and left the gas in it with the valve on. I turned the valve off when I got here, but battery's dead. That's fine, we could pull start it. Not a big deal. Pretty much the thing is brand new. This is what happens when you leave gas in it. I don't know if you guys can see that coloration, but yeah. There we go. So yeah, we got some bad gas, so we're gonna have to pop off that carburetor. I guarantee it, drain that fuel as well. This is probably one of the most expensive items I've worked on. One of them. I've worked on a few zero turns, but this thing's probably about $3,000 used. But that's what you gotta do. You gotta repair them. Drain your gas, people. Let's jump right into the repair. Okie dokie. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna access this panel here. Now these newer machines, you don't even have to unscrew these all the way. You just gotta turn them to unlock them, and then they should just pop right off. Nice and pretty. Now inside here, we're after the carburetor. So in order to get to that, we're gonna have to dismantle a few things. I believe these clips just pop right out for this air filter. Probably the newest thing I've ever worked on though. And then I guess I worked on a few winds that were only a year old. Okay, we got two more clips to get to in the back there. Let's see if I can't pop. There's one. I'll have to dig that one out. Let's see if I can't get down and dirty under here. And get that other clip out. There it is. Come on, baby. Come on. Got it. I'm gonna have to get the magnet and get those out. Oh wait, this thing has no air filter in it. Oh no, I think the air filter's right here then. It's just an air box. Okay. So we got two 10mm. I'm not gonna be able to get the impact in here, so we're gonna have to bust out the wrench or the ratchet to pull this off. And then we can work on getting that carburetor off. Now, inverters, they're not the funnest things to work on, I tell you. Everything's so compact, jammed up in here, they don't make it fun. And then the carburetors are a little complicated. This one has two motors on it. I'll show you guys when I get it off, but one and two, most of them they just have the one. So let's see, we're going to need a 10mm ratchet to get in there to help get this thing off. Shouldn't be a problem. Let me get the tools together and be right back. Okay guys, got my 10, got my ratchet. Set the counterclockwise. So let's get this nice and off. Okay, I think I could hand screw that. Okay, we're gonna get this airbox cover off. Hopefully nothing else is making it not come off. So I've never worked on an inverter this size. So attach down here. There we go. That came right off. Easy peasy. Put that aside. Now, to be honest, oh no, I can't because I'll have to. Can't put the clamps on and put it back on. I'd have to, because I have to re-screw these nuts in. Okay, so take off the gasket. Now, while we're in here, we can take our pliers, reach around here. Let's see. And pull off this fuel line. Fuel line's off. Okay, now let's see if anything else. I'm pretty sure this thing has an auto choke on it. Somewhere. We're also going to drain the fuel from this. Making sure I have it still on off. Okay. So now we're trying to figure out how to slide this thing off here. So I think it's this fuel line down here for the drainage holding it. And also this one up here. Where's that go? For the overflow. Disconnected. There we go. Now let's pull this down and around. Okay, so we're not going to be able to disconnect it like a normal inverter unless we do a lot of work. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the two motor parts off. Yeah, this one's for auto choke or electric choke. There's two Phillips on the top. That should just allow this to slide right off. So let me get a Phillips and we'll get to dismantling this thing. Okay, key thing with this is you got to be very careful when dismantling the top because there's going to be two springs. Well, normally one spring under the motor, but each one of these motors has a little baby spring, which that's the hardest part to get back in. So there we go, we got that out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to grab the springs. I got one. Okay, there we go, they're both there. So we were able to make sure we didn't lose the springs. Let me pull them off so I can put them aside. Do not lose these springs on an inverter. Oh, this thing's draining gas. Okay, let's take the carburetor over to the operating table. While we do that, I'll set up a tube to drain. I'll set up a tube in here to drain all this gas out of the gas tank. So let me set that up and I'll meet you over at the operating table. Don't lose these springs. Okay, we got the patient on the operating table. And now we'll remove the float bowl. .14mm nut on the bottom. And let's see what kind of gunk comes out of this. Come on, baby. Pop off. Yeah, look in there. You can see those floaties in there too. Yeah, you can see it was gummed up. Brand new too. Brand new. Don't leave gas inside your machine. So, we gotta get a flathead. Right here. We're going to get in there, we're going to get that jet out, and we're going to see if we can't see through it. Now, my light I used in my last video I gave to a friend, so I don't have that no more. There we go. The emulsion tube came out too. See if we can't. Look at that. Actually, not too bad. Could use some cleaning. Okay. So we got the carburetor part. Now let's take out the idle jet. So we're going to remove the idle control. Screw. Spring loaded. We'll take off that. We'll take off that. And now we will use our flathead to pop off this jet. I don't like using a flathead. Let me find my dikes. They're the best tool to use. So the best tool you can use, wire snippers. They probably make a special tool to get this out too, but that's what I use. Okay, now we'll take everything and put it inside the cleaner. Besides the flute, don't need that. Bam, bam. Remove this gasket off this. Look at that green shit on there. Hang on, let's see that. Not pretty at all. Pop that bad boy in there, float bowl in there, and today he'll have a little guest. This is for something my brother's working on. There we go, guys. Okay, there she is. Let's take her out. Fresh rag down here. Blow her clean. So just blow in every hole. Make sure everything is dry. Okay, there's that. There's the bowl. My brother's carburetor. Jet. Emulsion tube. Stopper. Gotta clean this a little more. Got rid of the gunk out of there. Still a stain right there, but that ain't gonna hurt nothing. The plug has no holes in it, not like a Tacumish. Oh, there you go, you can see through that. Bam, perfect, nice and pretty. If you put it in here and block this hole and put your finger and block this hole, you'll clean out the side holes. Let me look at the light. Yep, all the holes are see-through. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's assemble it. I'm hoping that this fixes our problem, which I'm pretty sure is going to. So the more we, according to my personal and professional assessment, this should fix the job. But it could be something else. We don't know. We'll do one thing at a time. But when you leave bad gas in, even your brand new machine has to come back to the shop. That's working? Damn, my weather ring keeps slipping off. Pain in the butt. Okay, cap. Now, we gotta make sure that, because it's gonna go on, oh boy, like this. So this part has to face this way so you can access it. So we're gonna put the gasket back on that. And now, screw in this top. Now the dogs are barking. There's that. Idle jet, pilot jet back in there. Cap on it. Screw back in this idle control screw. And now let's go put this back on the machine. Okay, in my opinion, this is the hardest part, is putting these motors back on. For some reason, I always seem to struggle at doing this. So, we will put this spring. Let's see if I can get a good angle here. I don't know where I'm going to be. And the screws fell out. See, every time I'm working on an inverter, carburetor, this is what gets me. See, and then it's just going to come off. And now I got two to deal with at the same time. So that's not going to be fun. Okay, so it's going to go on like this. Oh, geez. Let's see here. Okay, which one is actually staying on? None of them. And there goes the spring. Okay, I found it. Oh, jeez. The hard part. This is the hard part. Okay, so what you gotta do is you gotta figure out where it's gonna go on. So it's gonna go on right here. That one's gonna go in there. Why this one goes up in here. But I gotta compress those springs at the same time. Hang on, drop the spring again. Okay, so I'm gonna get this done. It might take a while. Give me 1 second, I gotta find the other spring now. Okay, 1 hour later, finally got it done. Now, the carburetor's gonna go back up here. And that was 20 minutes of just looking for that other spring. Okay, now we will connect the fuel line. We will connect the discharge where you're supposed to drain the gas out of the carburetor, and now we'll insert the overflow. Now we'll put this cover. Oh, hang on 1 second. I think this went on first. Oh, maybe I'm tripping. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not tripping. Oh, maybe I am tripping. Sorry. I knew I'd get it eventually. There we go. That. Now that, because that seals that to that. And it also seals to this air filter box, which will pop back in there. Make sure that's all. Oh, there we go. Put those on hand tight. Put this back on up here. And once those are hand tight, we'll take our 10 millimeter, set to clockwise. Get in there and tighten them. Okay, now we'll put our air filter box on here. Don't forget to do all 4 clips. And now let's switch to the other side when I'm done putting these clips on. Okay, I got a few more and then we'll switch. Okay, since I drained out my damn near 4 gallons of bad gas, we're gonna add just a little bit of good gas. And I'm gonna tell the customer not to fill it up if he doesn't plan on using it all. Just enough gas in there to start it and run it for a little bit. Nothing too extravagant. Okay, now, since we're battery dead, we're going to turn the gas on. We're going to set the key to on position. And now we'll pull start it, which is on this side panel here. Just another screw, open it up, and there's our pull start. Listen how quiet this machine is. It's running right now. I mean, you probably hear it louder because of my mic, but I'll stand over here where the camera is. Just listen how quiet that is. Like, you can barely hear it. It's quieter than my ultrasonic cleaner. But there she goes, guys. Main thing is, don't leave don't leave gas in your machine. That's the key takeaway here. So, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It happens to the best of us. You know, sometimes we just forget to leave or drain our fuel or empty it, and it has to come to the shop again. But that's why we're here. So, I appreciate you guys for watching again. Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys. Till the next one.